How y'all doing? Hey, it's Sunday, baby. That's right. We getting a freebie today. I hope y'all are comfortable. I hope y'all are enjoying your weekend. We've got a beautiful day down here in South Texas, so I hope the weather is good no matter where you're at. Ours is fixing to change. It's a beautiful day out there, but the wind just shifted toward the north, and little cold weather's going to move in for a few days. But I think we'll be fine as long as we don't get no rain. I'm a happy man right now. Anyway, I just thought I'd pop in because, I don't know, I've been reading a few stories today in the news, just catching up on stuff, and there's one that's really in my mind and I wanted to get it out. And it's this Tuesday, baby. It's this Tuesday, November 27th. It's voting day. To the polls, ye guardians of liberty in Mississippi, because we know there are guardians of liberty in Mississippi. A lot of blue dots down there. But y'all have a very important election coming up on Tuesday between Mike Epsy, who is a congressman there out of Mississippi, and he's a former United States Secretary of Agriculture. This guy's been around. He knows what he's doing. Mississippi being a big agricultural state, well, I imagine they could get a lot of benefit from Mike Epsy. And his opponent, Mrs. Cindy Jekyll and Hyde Smith. Why, well, she's been in the news here lately because of her comment she made at her cattle rancher friends' little barbecue they had for her, and said some nice things about her. And she's the one that got up there and said that if that old boy had invited her to a public hanging, why, she'd be in the front seat, baby. She'd be in the front seat to watch a man die. And she thought that was just a term of an endearment, you know, just showing that you have high regard, that, hey, if this guy, he was going to lynch somebody and he wanted me to see, well, I'd show up because I like the guy. That's who she is. And evidently, as I've been reading today, that's who she's always been, baby. You know, Mississippi has a long history. And it's a proud history, but it has a blemish in it. And we all know it does. Those in Mississippi know it does. You know, Mississippi was a terrible place for lynchings back in the after the Civil War and whatnot, during Reconstruction. And there was a lot of white folk just didn't want black folk around. And that's the time that Miss Cindy Hyde Smith grew up in. And I imagine the way we grow up is how things affect our lives. And I read where Miss Cindy there, why, she attended the Lawrence County Academy there in Mississippi, established in 1970. Huh. She's in, I think, 75 yearbook. Yep, Lawrence County Academy, established in 1970. That's 1 year after the U.S. Supreme Court forced Mississippi to integrate their schools. Seems a lot of these academies popped up there in the South right after that law. Right after the Supreme Court forced integration. But Cindy Hyde Smith, she wasn't going to go to no integrated school. No, she attended Lawrence County Academy. Baby, it's all white. It's an all-white school, man. So she didn't have to associate with those colored folk coming in. That's where she grew up. That's how she grew up. That's the family she grew up in. So yeah, it runs deep in her. And evidently it still does. Her daughter, I don't even know what her daughter's name is. I don't care what her daughter's name is. Her daughter is now attending Brookhaven Academy in Mississippi. Seems those academies are real popular in Hyde Smith's history there. And she wants to revise a little bit of that history. She's also out there saying that the Civil War wasn't about slavery. No, it was about states' rights. It was about states' rights. To own people, you stupid, ignorant lady. But she has been in the Republican Party for a while. She's not stupid. And she just demonstrated again at one of her little soiree meetings there with her constituents, where she said that maybe we want to make it just a little more difficult to vote due to the liberal folks in those other schools who maybe we don't want to vote. And I think that is a great idea. She's coming out and telling them, we don't want those other folks in those other schools. You know, the ones that have black folk in them. That's what she's saying. And she's saying it today. Mississippi has a choice. Mississippi could turn its back on the racist history that this woman brings to this campaign. Yeah, she'd get in the front row for a lynching if the person being lynched was the right color, I guess. That's who she is, baby. That's who she is. And other people are saying it. Walmart and a bunch of other contributors are backed out. The Major League Baseball has asked for their $5,000 back because they don't want it going to a racist bitch who's going to be trying to worm her way into the Senate. She already is. She was appointed by the governor. She wasn't elected. This is her first chance, baby. So Mississippi has an opportunity here. Every dark cloud has a silver lining, and this is Mississippi's. You can vote against this crap. You can vote to make Mississippi part of the 21st century. It's 2018, baby. There ain't no room for racist shit in this country anymore. I don't care how much the GOP thinks they can resuscitate it. Get down there and give it mouth to mouth and try to get at it going again. White knights, white supremacy, all that shit. That's the shit that Donnie preaches. That's the shit that Donnie brings, and she wants to ride the coattails of that, baby. Right into the Mississippi Senate. I hope Mississippi turns their back on such shit. On such vile, disgusting crap as her. That she carries that in her family. And I don't care what she comes out there and says about, oh, I'm not a racist. Y'all took that out of context. No, we didn't. And we don't take this statement out of context either. Maybe if we made it a little harder for those folks to vote. What folks are you talking about there, Cindy? You don't believe in every American having the right to vote? No. She doesn't. If she could cancel out every black vote in Mississippi, she would, baby. She would. You're not a property owner. Here, can you solve this mathematical problem quick before you go in too late? You can't vote. That's the kind of shit she would support, I'm sure. She'd love to go back to the Jim Crow laws, baby. That's who her people are. It used to not be this way in our country. It used to not be this way for any. It used to be that we had people striving to make things better. Even in Mississippi, even in Georgia, even in the states where North Carolina, South Carolina, where it needs to happen. Because we are Americans. We are all American. Red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in his sight. Jesus loves the little children. You remember that shit they sang in school and in Sunday school? Did you believe it then? Well, you damn sure to believe it now. We're all equal in the eyes of justice. We're all equal in the eyes of our government. We're supposed to be, baby. But that's where this asshole comes in. Now, I'm not a proctologist, but I know an asshole when I see one. And I see one in Cindy Hyde-Smith, and I see one in Donald Trump. We used to require things for a presidential candidate, for a man that sits in our house. He had to have a moral compass. Remember the religious right? The moral majority? He has to have a moral compass. He has to be a... What happened to that shit? Integrity out the window, baby. Liars, you bet your ass he can lie with his teeth every day. It doesn't matter to the GOP. The Republicans love that shit. They can make crap up all day now. I see certain people on the TV, it just makes me cringe. Who's that idiot? Used to be from Pennsylvania. I see him on there all over. Rex Santorum. Every time I see that little sucker on CNN, I laugh my ass off because he's got that little shit-eating grin up there because he knows the bullshit coming out of his mouth to defend this president is nothing but that pure bullshit. He ran as a pure Christian. He ran for president. Oh, I'm a good Christian. I profess the Christian faith. I live by... No, you don't, you little worm. You threw it out the window to follow this asshole again. Right after you lost to him, you decided to just get behind him. You know, just sort of like Rick Perry did, and the asshole down here who just won, Ted Cruz. Ted. But since the Gruppenführer came in, things have changed. They all changed as soon as he won. People like Ted Cruz lost his balls. Rick Santorum lost his faith. They'll throw everything in the ditch to follow this guy, and now we have people like Cindy Hyde Smith trying to ride Donnie's coattail. Look at me, I'm a racist too. Mississippi has an opportunity on Tuesday. I'm going to look forward to seeing the results of that race. And I desperately hope that those in Mississippi who believe in a true America and the rights of all Americans and in the future of our nation, I hope they come out to vote en masse, because that's what it's going to take, baby. En masse. Get out and vote. Turn your back to the racist history that Mississippi still carries the baggage of. Cindy is just carrying more bags, baby. She's packed the bags, man. She's ready to carry the Confederate flag all the way up. Yeah, her little high school photograph there, sitting there on her knees in her little cheerleading outfit, while the head cheerleader stands there with her Confederate uniform on, holding the Confederate flag. Are you shitting me? That's who she is. And Mississippi cannot turn their back on that. If a vote for Cindy Hyde is a vote for the Klan. A vote for Cindy Hyde is a vote for white nationalists. A vote for Cindy Hyde is a vote for a cockroach who should not be representing anybody in this country. Anyway, I just wanted to pop in and get that off my chest. I'll come back with my rant tomorrow and we'll talk about all sorts of shit. But I'm engaged in this Mississippi vote. And we should all be engaged in Mississippi's vote, because Mississippi has an opportunity to show America who they are and who they're willing to become, and to turn their back on such racist bullshit as Cindy Hyde, Jekyll and Hyde. Oh, Donnie's going to go do a rally for her tomorrow, baby. Yeah, Donnie's going to go back there and just boom by all the little white supremacists down there and try to get them out to vote. Mississippi needs to turn their back on that and make sure that she is defeated soundly. Soundly. So we can start getting her out of our government, and then we work on him. The big cockroach, the master cockroach up there. The one that's squirming in his little cockroach shit right now because his ass is in a sling and he knows it, baby. So we're going to have a lot to talk about. Anyway, that's all I got. I just wanted to pop in and tell you all that shit. And I want to give a big shout out to Mississippi, because I know you can do it, baby. I know you can do it. And all it takes is everybody to get out to vote, and don't let them stop you, baby. No matter what's there, you get your right to vote. So like, share, subscribe, John Bertabo, all that shit. John Bertabo Speaks, Blue Dot Family. The family is growing out there, so go by there and join up on the family. On Twitter at Blue Dot in Texas, anywhere else we can get the message going. But the message continues, baby. We got 2 years. We're starting all over again. We worked 2 years getting this show up to the midterms, baby. I ain't stopping now. We got 2 years. Major Senate races coming up. And a new president, baby. So stay busy, stay active, stay informed. We'll see y'all later. Oh, no, shit. No. And we want to thank all our Patreon members who have so diligently supported us and kept us going. We thank you from the bottom of our heart. And the fight continues, so we march on. Y'all take it easy, and we'll see y'all later. Bye.